You know, growing your own garlic has got to be one of the most rewarding things you can do in a garden. It's so simple, pretty low maintenance, and the payoff? Oh, it's amazing. But it all kicks off with one single fundamental decision.
Okay, so let's get right into it. Before you even think about soil or digging, you have to choose your garlic's family. So what's it going to be? Are you on Team Hardneck or Team Softneck?
This choice, it pretty much dictates everything that comes after, from when you plant to how you harvest and even what you can cook. So let's break down these two main types.
So, on one side, you've got Hardneck garlic. Think of this as the cold, hardy champion, perfect for places that get a real winter. It's got this bold, really complex flavor. Then, on the other side, there's Softneck garlic. This one loves warmer climates, it gives you more cloves in each bulb, and this is a big one. It stores for way, way longer.
And here's a look at the awesome bonus you get with Hardnecks. It's called a Scape, basically the plant's flower stalk. Not only is it delicious, kind of like a mild, garlicky green onion, but as we're about to find out, harvesting it is the secret to a much bigger garlic harvest.
All right, so once you've picked your team, it's time to get that perfect home ready for your cloves. This is where the real fun begins.
Look, garlic isn't super fussy, but it demands one thing above all else: well-drained soil. Seriously, if the soil is too heavy or gets waterlogged, those beautiful bulbs will just rot. So what you're aiming for is loose, fertile soil, packed with compost, in a spot that gets a ton of sun.
For most of us, garlic is a fall crop. You'll want to plant it about 4 to 6 weeks before the ground really freezes solid. This gives it a head start, letting it establish some roots over the winter. Now, if you live somewhere with just brutal winters, you might want to think about planting softneck varieties in the spring instead.
The process itself is super simple. First, you just crack open a healthy bulb. Now here's the absolute key. Plant only the largest, plumpest cloves you can find. Why? Because bigger cloves grow bigger bulbs. Simple as that. So save the smaller ones for dinner. Then just plant them pointy end up.
Now this is where it gets really interesting, because you can actually tailor your planting to your climate and what you're hoping to get. In those really severe winters, you want to plant deeper for protection. We're talking up to 4 inches. And hey, if you're aiming for the absolute biggest, most giant bulbs possible, give them more room to grow, up to 12 inches apart.
You know, in a classic garden bed, you're probably going to plant in long, straight rows. But garlic is perfect for containers too. In a pot, you can actually use a cool circular pattern to really maximize your space. A good rule of thumb is about 1 clove for every gallon of soil.
And the last thing you do on planting day is absolutely crucial: mulch. A nice thick layer of straw or grass clippings protects those little cloves, helps hold in moisture, and keeps the weeds down all winter and into spring. Whatever you do, don't skip this step.
Okay, now comes the easy part, which, let's be honest, is also the hardest part: waiting. For months, it's going to look like not much is happening up top, but trust me, your garlic is busy working underground. The care is minimal, but the timing for what you do next is everything. This might actually surprise you, but you can pretty much forget about watering all winter. The garlic is dormant, and all that winter rain and snow usually provide all the moisture it needs. You really only need to start watering consistently once you see that growth really taking off in the spring. For a crop that's in the ground for almost a year, it's kind of amazing that it only needs 2 feedings. The first one is in the spring, right when you see those green shoots pop up. The second is about 6 to 8 weeks before you plan to harvest, and this last part is key. Once the bulbs start forming, you stop feeding completely. Okay, I want you to burn this number into your brain. It represents a massive, and I mean massive, increase in the size of your final harvest, and it all comes from one simple little action. So what is this secret? I mean, how do you get significantly bigger garlic without any extra fertilizer or any extra water? It's all about harvesting those scapes we talked about. By cutting the scape off at just the right moment, when it's formed about 1 full curl, you're telling the plant to redirect all that energy it was using to make a flower back down into the bulb. And get this, research shows this one step can increase your bulb size by up to 30%. That's huge. So, after months and months of patience, the signs will finally start to appear. Harvesting and curing are the last critical steps to make sure your garlic is going to last you for months to come. Forget about the calendar. You need to watch the plant. Your garlic is ready when the bottom third of its leaves have turned brown and the tops start to get yellow and fall over. If you're not sure, hey, just gently scrape away some soil and take a little peek at the bulb. And here you can see exactly how it's done. Don't just yank on the stems. You want to gently loosen the soil all around and lift the bulbs out with a garden fork. Any damage or bruising to the bulb is going to reduce its storage life.
Okay, this next part is completely non-negotiable. You have to cure your garlic. Just brush off the loose soil, don't wash it, and then hang it somewhere with good ventilation, a dry place, for at least 3 weeks. This drying process is what creates those papery skins and gets the garlic ready for long-term storage.
And there you have it. You've done it. You have this beautiful harvest of homegrown garlic. Now let's just make sure you can enjoy it for as long as possible and get ready for next year.
Oh, and before we finish up, here's a fantastic little kitchen hack for you. If you're ever struggling to peel a really fresh, sticky clove, just pop it in the microwave for 5 seconds. Seriously, the skin will slip right off.
And that brings us right back to the beginning. Your garlic is cured, it's ready to eat, and it's going to last you for months. So the only thing left to decide now is which of your biggest, best bulbs are you going to set aside to start this amazing self-sufficient cycle all over again next fall.